Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3. This one we're going to talk about the possibility of a major character introduction in the third season now that we know it's taking place in Spain. Do we think we could get Jeffrey Grimes, aka Rick's brother? Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3. So, of course, guys, if you've been, if you haven't, caught up on some of the news we've been talking about for Daryl Dixon, there has been a bit of an announcement recently that Daryl, for one thing, is going to start filming in June of this year for Season 3, still titling it The Book of Carol, and then they're also going to be filming in Spain, so that's just a bit of an update for anybody that hasn't caught up on the news. So, yes, Daryl Dixon Season 3 is going from France to Spain. I've gotten some of you guys' reactions, but now it's time to talk about one of the theories that I've heard a lot of people discussing, and it involves this comic book right here, The Walking Dead Alien. So if anybody doesn't know what The Walking Dead Alien is, I'll make it quick. I'll give you a quick rundown. This is a one-off single issue. They never made any more of this. It was just a one-time thing. And basically what this is, it's in the canon of the Walking Dead comic books. I'm pretty sure it's in the canon of the Walking Dead comics. I'm even more sure of it now. But it involves Spain in the apocalypse. That's right. There is a comic book adaptation of The Walking Dead in Spain. This is not the first time we've seen Walking Dead in Spain. So what this includes, basically, and I guess I'll just, I'll kind of go through it here, and I'll kind of take it out of the slipcover so you guys can actually see. It's a thicker comic than usual. It's like pretty thick. It's a lot thicker than like your normal single issue, right? And there it is right there. And basically what this involves, and the reason why this is so important, is because this involves a story about Rick Grimes' brother, Jeffrey Grimes, okay? And this takes place in Spain. So I'm sure you guys know where I'm going with this, okay? So there's been a lot of rumors, of course, that in Spain, because Rick is, obviously wrapped up, quote-unquote wrapped up, after The Ones Who Live, even though I still feel like we're going to see him at one point. A lot of people are now thinking that Daryl's going to run into his brother, Jeffrey Grimes, in Spain. So it's definitely seeming like that's probably the direction that they're going because, as you can look at him here, he is, that's Rick Grimes' brother right there. So I'm sure people that have never read the comic books before are probably like, what? Rick has a brother? Well, he only appears in the comic books. He's never brought up again. He's never brought up in Rick's dialogue at all in the comic books. And obviously, if you've read the comic books, you know that, by the time you get to the end of the comic books, it becomes pretty irrelevant because of a certain event that happens, right? So, yeah, they kind of just did nothing with this, and obviously it takes place in Spain, which is the first time we'd ever seen, a location like that in The Walking Dead. And this is in the comic book canon. This is not in the TV show canon. So, unless they're going to try to, make this, something to do with the TV show, I don't know. But I wouldn't think so because this is in the comic universe, and the comic universe is different than the TV universe, so I doubt that would happen. But the point being is that we're probably seeing Jeffrey Grimes in Season 3 of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, because here's the thing. Yes, he could go to Spain, and he could be there, and, we see, it's just a coincidence, he's just there for a couple seasons, and that's it, But I feel like the reason why the writers are doing this is because they're trying to make this a reality, and especially with a lot of apocalypse, genres, we get that cliche every once in a while where it's like, oh, look, the lead character has a brother. Okay, there's the brother, and, here's what I'd say about it, right? And hear me out when I say this. I'm pretty sure this is going to happen at this rate. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. I think that's why Daryl's going to Spain, and why we're doing this is probably to connect to this. Yeah, definitely, because Robert Kirkman never did anything with this. Scott Gimple's probably trying to take, the lead, if you will, take the high road. Here's my problem with it, though. It kind of affects Daryl and Rick's relationship for me. Not as a overall thing, but it affects the overall idea of it. Because the reason why I liked Daryl and Rick's bond so much is because Daryl had such a shitty brother, And then when his shitty brother, his real brother, died, he became really close with Rick, And Rick called him his brother in the Season 4 finale because he's like the brother that he never had. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes their relationship work so much, is because Daryl is like the brother that Rick never had. I don't recall any moment in the original Walking Dead or in The Ones Who Live where Rick mentioned a brother. I think the prime opportunity where you could have easily had Rick mention his brother is in episode 1 of The Ones Who Live, when he's talking about his father, you know, watching things burn and stuff like that. Maybe you could have even come up with a story where Rick was about to die in the fire, but his brother saved his life and pulled him away, you know? And we find out that Rick had a brother in the story that he tells in Ones Who Live. But we've never had Rick mention a fucking brother this entire time, so it sounds very random to do this all of a sudden. And we're all sitting here wanting to see Daryl have a reunion with Rick. We're all wanting to see that. And now all of a sudden, you mean to tell me that his fucking brother is going to be found in Spain, coincidentally, by Daryl? I know it can happen. I know it's possible, but it's a really big stretch, if you ask me at least. I don't know. You know, again, this is just a rumor. It's just a thought right now. We don't know if this is happening, but with Daryl in Spain and with this taking place in Spain, it definitely feels like they potentially are going to try to do this, which, you know, I really hope if they pull this whole brother idea, I just hope it's done well. I'm not exactly the most thrilled about it. I'm going to be real with you guys on that. But is it impossible for them to make it work? No, it's not. But I just don't know how I feel about it at the moment. I really don't. I know a lot of people are really excited about it. They're like, oh my God, Rick's brother. And I'm just like, I mean, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. To me, it feels like a desperate move from the writers to try to get people to continue watching this franchise. I'm not going to lie. It feels like a desperate move from the writers to try to keep that intrigue, to keep that interest, and that's really all there is to it, you know? So let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this has any kind of credibility to it? Do you think this is just a false rumor that'll go nowhere? Do you think they'll ever do something with this comic book? Do you think that's what's, you know, going on in Daryl Season 3? Let me know. So anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Be sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.